So I'm taking these colors to make my miniature cactus, and the smallest hook which I have, 3.0 millimeter hook. Honestly, I have a much more smaller hook than this, but I cannot find it at the moment. I have a 2.5 millimeter hook as well for making miniature crochet project. So first we're going to start with making that pot. So make a slip stitch. Simple as that. That's a very bright orange pot. So chain 4 and go inside that very first stitch, first chain, and make a slip stitch. Now make sure you are not working inside any chain, but rather in that center. So go inside that center. First you will chain 1, and now we will make total of 8 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After you're done with your 8 single crochet, what we're going to do is we're going to go inside that very first stitch, chain, that single crochet chain we created, and we're going to make a slip stitch. So do not confuse yourself with any fake stitches. So that right there is a fake stitch. Go inside that very stitch and make a slip stitch like that. Should be somewhat like that. So what we're going to do after this is a little tricky. We will do a back post. So we will come all the way from behind, if it's clearly visible. So we'll come all the way from behind and then go all the way to the next stitch like that. So it should be somewhat like that. Alright, and then we are going to make a single crochet just like that. So you should have total of 8 stitch count by the end. So come from the back and then go towards the front, back post stitch like that, and make a single crochet just like that. So do not confuse yourself with the stitch where you finished off. So whichever stitch seems clearly visible, just go inside that stitch from behind to the front of the next stitch like that, V going in that back post and making a single crochet like that. So I'm gonna count and check how many did I make till now. 1 2 3 4 5 5. I should make 3 more. Just like that, keep making your back post until you have total of 8 stitch count. And also, if you want, you can use a stitch marker so that you don't lose your stitch, because it's a pretty small project. All right, so just like that. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 6 and 7. One more to go. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Why do I have 7? I should have 8. So you should have 8, okay, not 7. Definitely not 7. So I would advise you to put a stitch marker and then make any stitches. That way you'll have a better track of where to make your slip stitch, or if you are actually making correct count of stitches. So that's why I have my stitch marker. I'm gonna simply remove that stitch marker and I'm going to make my slip stitch right there. So right there, inside that, just pull it like that, make your slip stitch. Simple. And chain 1. Now what we are going to do is we are going to make an increase. So first what we'll do, in that very same stitch where we just made our chain 1, we'll go inside there and we'll make a single crochet. Oops. So like that, make a single crochet like that, and then just take your stitch marker so that you don't lose track and put it right there so that you can make your slip stitch. In the next stitch we will be making 2 single crochet, so an increase. The same stitch, make 1 more. So in the next stitch we'll just make 1 single crochet, followed by, in the next stitch we'll make 2 single crochet. So we keep increasing like that until we have a total of 12 count. So 1 single crochet in this stitch, and then in the next stitch 2 single crochet, just like that. So you can already see a pot forming like that. That back post was made to give a diagonal shape to your pot. So 1 single crochet, the next stitch, and then 2 single crochet in that very same stitch. Okay, followed by another 1 single crochet in that next stitch. So count and check if it's 12. So I'm gonna count and check. 1 2 3 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Perfect. So we will just take out our slip stitch and go inside that stitch and make a slip stitch. Chain 1, and in that very same stitch make a single crochet. Take your stitch marker because it's a miniature project. You don't want to lose your count of stitches or stitch marker. As for advanced people who are advanced in crocheting, they might not make this mistake, but I very much make a mistake. Trust me, one wrong stitch and an entire blunder to your cute project. So make sure you use stitch marker, I would advise you. And followed by, in the next stitch we make one single crochet. So in this row we will just make one single crochet inside every stitches. So by the end of this row, until we reach here and make a slip stitch, it'll be total of 12 count. So keep making your single crochet. Just like that. I just thought that I made two single crochet inside one stitch, so my bad. Make sure to wear spectacles if required and check properly if you're making your stitches inside the correct stitch. So like I said, one wrong stitch, entire blunder. So it'll be just a row of single crochet inside every stitches. Simple as that. So keep a track of your counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god, why is it so many? What did I do wrong? So we have our 12 stitches here, and also always make sure whenever you're making a 12 whatever stitch count that you are to give in or follow a pattern, after making a 12 stitches you'll see that in between that last stitch you just finished and the stitch marker, we have one more stitch here gap. So let me tell you, that's a fake stitch, that's a chain, so do not fall for that trap. So if you do make one more stitch there, then you'll end up with one more stitch, so it'll be like not following the pattern. So simply go inside your stitch marker and slip stitch, ignore that fake stitch. So slip stitch, chain 1, and inside that very same stitch make a one single crochet. Just like that. Take your stitch marker like usual and put it right there because you need it more than your fake friends. Alright, so to the next stage we will make one more single crochet. So now it's a little difficult to go inside these stitches because they have become really tight, so not cooperative. So one single crochet, So one single crochet, and then 2 single crochet into that same stitch. So we are making an increase after making 2 1 single crochet into the 2 individual stitches. So we'll make increase after making 2 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then into that third stitch make 2 single crochet, just like that. So 1 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet again, and then in the stitch 2 single crochet, just like that. And then in the next stitch again 1 single crochet, in that stitch 1 single crochet, followed by in the next stitch 2 single crochet. Alright, so do not fall for that stitch, it's a fake stitch. Simply go inside your stitch, remove your stitch marker and go inside that stitch and finish it off by making a slip stitch like that. Simple as that. Right? So make your one chain, and into that very chain now what we will do is very simple. So our pot is not standing yet, so make it stand. It looks more like a bowl than a pot. So for our next round we will go inside that very same stitch where we made our chain 1, and we are just going to make 1 single crochet inside every stitches. So this is our next row, just 1 single crochet. So keep making 1 single crochet inside every stitch. Just like that. And take out your stitch marker, do not fall for that fake stitch, and make your slip stitch just like that. So I hope your pot is beginning to take a shape. To me it looks more like a bowl than a pot. So yeah. So now in our next row we are going to chain 1, and we are going to make front post, not back post, to make a nice rim to our pot. So what we're going to do is, first we go inside from front like that, and then we go like that. See, a front post and a single crochet like that. So obviously put a stitch mark so you don't want to lose that part. Like that. And then keep making your front post. So go from the front and then go from behind like that, taking your front loop like that, making your nice rim just like that. Keep making your rim from the front to the back. Make your rim. If going from the front to the back seems like a difficult initiative, what you can just do is you can just go inside and hold that single crochet you did on the last row. Take that single crochet just like that. That seems a difficult one because we made a double crochet in the last row, double single crochet in the last row. That could be the reason. So just keep taking those loops wherever you can adjust and keep making your front post just like that. But make sure to not go from behind, but to go from front. Okay, so let me just focus like that, just like that. So your stitch should be in the front. So whenever you're making a front post, this loop should be in front of your hook, not behind your hook. Okay, so whenever it's behind your hook, it's a back post, and when it's in the front of your hook, it's obviously it's a back post. So behind is a back post and front is a front post. Simple as that. So keep making your front post like that. So make sure to not get confused between those stitches. Like that. Just keep making. Wherever you can adjust your hook. That is a very talkative crow. I certainly do not like that crow. My mom adores it. I do not. I still adore crow because they just come, they eat, and they depart. But as for pigeons, they're filthy. They're like always pooping around every possible place. So keep making your front post like that until you reach all the way to your stitch marker. So this is quite difficult, especially that. So you can see that rim of the pot like that. It's finally starting to look like a pot, not like a bowl. So glad. So just keep making your so do not fall for that fake stitch, I would advise you. So this is where we last ended. So we're just going to go inside that last one. No need of that last one. So we have reached almost to what we just take out the stitch mark. We go inside that. and we will slip stitch just like that. Okay. And if you want, no need of chaining one, simply stretch and chop off your yarn because we are done making our pot. Now we're going to proceed with making our cactus. After you're done making your pot, make sure to flip your pot on the other side to get that perfect shape. As for some people, you might not flip it if it's okay with you. For me, I flip it to get that perfect rim above my pot, and then you can take out those tail from the other side and take it on the other side inside the pot, because we do not want that tail to make a mess of our work. So we are simply going to use that tail as a stuffing inside our pot. And now we're going to proceed with making our cactus. So I've made one cactus here just to show how it's going to look, and have made those cute pink details on my cactus just to create a little bit of those cute details on my cactus. I know that cactus usually do not have pink color needles or stem, but just to make it look cute and to make more colorful addition to my crochet project. So if you want, you can make different kind of cactus, or you can make a very simple cactus just with rims with no dots or colors. So we're going to proceed with making our cactus. So to make our cactus, I'm taking that very same sage green color, leafy green color. I will make a slip knot first, and then I'll begin with chaining 4. After you have chained 4, you go inside that very first chain and you make a slip stitch. So go inside that very first chain, pull out your working yarn throughout your 4th chain, making a slip stitch. So make sure to not go inside any stitches. We chain 1 and begin making single crochet inside the center of the circle, not inside any stitches. So make exactly 6 single crochet. So I'm making a total of 6 single crochet. So after I'm done making 6 single crochet, I will join by making a slip stitch. Make sure to use a stitch marker, because one wrong stitch can make a blunder of your project. So you have to be very precise about your stitches and the number of stitches that you're putting in your project. So make sure to use your stitch marker. So after we are done with making 6 single crochet, we will simply go inside that very first stitch that we are putting our stitch marker in, and we will make a slip stitch. So I am making my 6 single crochet. A total of 6 single crochet, and always remember, whenever you're starting your single crochet in beginning of your work, make sure to put that stitch marker, because sometimes when the work is too small or miniature, you might lose your first stitch. You might make a stitch above your first stitch. So we will go inside that very first stitch and make a slip stitch, and then we will chain 1, and now we will proceed with making 2 double crochet inside every stitches. So go inside your stitches, inside that stitch, and make a double crochet, and then yarn over, go inside that very same stitch we just made a double crochet, and make another double crochet. So last row we made a total of 6 single crochet, so that would sum up to 12 counts of double crochet, because we are simply making an increase inside every stitches. So if we make 2 double crochet inside every stitch, that sums up to your 12 double crochet. So keep making your 12 double crochet until you reach all the way to your stitch marker. Take out your stitch marker, go inside that very first double crochet you created on the beginning of our row 2, and make a slip stitch. So do not confuse yourself with the gap or the fake stitch. Simply keep a track that if you have 12 double crochet by the end of your row, because do not make a blunder. And obviously after you chain one, you turn your work, because we are going to work outside our project. We are not going to work inside, we're going to work outside, not inside or in the depth, but outside, because we need those front loops for our front post. So we are going to go inside that front post and keep making our double crochet within those front posts. So if we had 12 double crochet, so we should have 12 number of front posts. And obviously put a stitch marker to keep track of your stitches, first stitch, so that when you make your slip stitch on the end of your row, you do not make a blunder and go inside a wrong stitch and make a slip stitch. So always keep ahead of your stitches and use the stitch marker. It is my advice to y'all, especially to the beginners, because it is really difficult to find your first stitch. So keep going inside your front post like that. Make sure that your hook is behind your that double crochet, not above. Okay, so make sure your hook is behind so that you can create that beautiful rim effect. So if you want, you can go back again and again, play back my video, make it play it in a more slower version and change the speed and watch my video. I am pretty sure you'll get a hang of it. So like that, keep making your front post. You'll have total of 12 double crochet, 12 front post on the end of your row where you have put your stitch marker. You simply go inside that and make a slip stitch. And when I'm done with my row, I'll take off that slip stitch and not mistake myself with that fake stitch, and make a slip stitch with my last double crochet or last front post, chain one, and we will make 2 more rows of this front post. So that is my second row of front post. We already made a first front post row on our last row that I just showed you. So this is our second front post row, and we will make one more. Obviously put your stitch marker to keep a track of your front post. So 12 it is, it'll be a total number of 12 front posts. So keep making 2 more rows until you reach a certain height where you feel your cactus is long enough to fit in your pot. So we will make that one last row of front post, where first I'll take off that stitch marker and obviously make my slip stitch, and then go ahead and make my last row of front post. Obviously make sure that your stitch is in the front of your hook, so you take it behind your work and then take it upwards your work. So like that, side by side. Keep making your front post. So 12 front post, and this is our third row and last row of front post. I will make a very detailed video on this front post and back post someday. As of now, just enjoy this cactus today. So keep making your front post until we reach all the way towards our stitch marker. For our next row, what we will do is very simple. First we will just simply chain one, and now we will make a single crochet, but not an ordinary single crochet. Go inside that very same stitch, but do not finish that single crochet. Go inside next stitch and also do not finish that single crochet. So we will yarn over and make those 2 stitch single crochet together like that. So simply a decrease. So do not yarn over, a simple single crochet, but do not finish your single crochet. Take out that loop, then go inside next stitch, take out a loop, 3 loops on the hook. So you will yarn over 2 stitches together, making a single crochet of 2 stitches together. So we will have a total of 6 counts of this until we make our joining to end our cactus. So that's our number 3, followed by number 4. So remember, when you make a unfinished single crochet, it is just like your unfinished double crochet. Do not finish your single crochet, rather keep the loops and finish it off later. So that's our number 5, and followed by the last stitch, number 6. So when we are done with our work, what we'll simply do is we'll simply take out our hook. But before we take out our hook, we stretch that loop long enough, because we need that tail to be long enough, because we are going to sew it with our pot. As of I tried two option. I tried sewing my cactus, as well as I tried glue gunning it. But trust me, glue gunning is a better option because it keeps your work very unfinished. Obviously, if you are using stuffings, then you can sew, but since it's a miniature project, if you do not sew the parts properly, and since the pot rim is a little bit outstretched, and you have to make sure that you sew the cactus properly with the pot, so I think glue gun is a better option. But go ahead and try different ways of sewing, and let me know in the comment box as to how is the cleaner way of sewing that cactus, because I think a cleaner way is to just glue gun the edges with the pot. So I am not going to make those pink dots. I'm going to make a cute little pink top up for my cactus. So to make that, what I'm going to do is very simple. I am going to make a slip stitch. I'm going to make a slip knot, sorry, my bad. I have been not following the terminology quite. And then I'm just going to chain 3, do not chain 4, because we're making flowers here, so chain only 3. Oops, I chained 4. I know I did that. Okay, but I realized the moment I chained 4 that it was just chaining 3. So go inside that first chain and make a slip stitch, creating a cute little magic circle, and then chain 3 again, and inside that magic circle we'll take out a loop and simply slip stitch through that chain 3 we just created. So just like that, keep chaining 3, and on the end of your chain, go inside your circle, take out a loop and slip stitch with your chain 3. So just like that, keep making 5 like this. So we have 2, we will make 3 more until you have a cute little top of flower or a top up for your cactus. So chain 3, go inside your circle and take out a loop and take out or pull through that loop throughout that last chain 3. So chain 3 again. So we'll have 5, and then after we are done, I was thinking about sewing it, but since it's so tiny, I thought of not sewing it and making it a blunder. I thought of just using my glue gun. So I'll just use a glue gun to sew my top up for my cactus. If you want, you can use different kind of color. I use a bright pink color. If you want, you can use any color, be it blue or a more darker shade of pink or a yellow, anything. Yellow would look quite nice because the spikes of cactus is quite orchy or yellow color. So just like I said, I wanted my cactus to look a little bit animated and unrealistic, so that's the reason I used pink. I wanted to give that a proper anime look, something unrealistic, something fantasy. So the cactus do have pink color on them sometimes, rarely actually, succulents. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take my glue gun. I'm going to tie those tails tight. I am not going to use a darning needle. Why are you using a darning needle? I just promised myself not to use darning needle. So I'm just going to tie those tails and secure my flower top up. I can call it so that the flower doesn't forget to bloom. So I'm going to chop off that excess yarn. Make sure to cut it close enough, but not close enough to cut the knot you just made. And then you take the glue and paste it on top of your cactus. So I'm gonna go and get my glue gun ready, all hot. So I'm just gonna paste it on top of my cactus. Good to go. Take generous amount, be very generous, because we all are generous at the end of the day when it comes to our own stuff, especially, or perhaps a stuff we borrowed from others. Lol. Anyways, okay, so now I am going to use that tail to sew it with my pot. If you want, you can also use a glue gun. I sew it and I made a blunder, and I'm so sorry for that. So I'm gonna cut that part of how to sew it, because I think I didn't do much justice to my pot by sewing it. So put glue gun on the edges of your cactus, right on the edge, not in the between, and paste it with your pot. That is my advice to you. So let me know in the comment box of how are you enjoying these miniature projects, and also please do comment and let me know if I went wrong anywhere. You can correct me. I'm always here to connect with you, and also give me some ideas as to what tutorial I can come up with next, because I am honestly stressed, tired, and out of ideas, honestly. Summer projects, name me some summer projects. And as of now, enjoy your little cactus, which is ready, and look how adorable it looks. So take care, guys. Good and warm wishes to you all, and please do comment and reach out to me. And also, I have given the link in my description of how to make cute little flowers. I have a tutorial on that, and someday I will make a tutorial on front and back post. So take care, guys. Bye bye. Do subscribe, like, comment, and try out my patterns and how to make miniature projects. Go to my channel, watch all the videos. Bye bye.